The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David. And Heidi Tam Music, with her latest on HeidiTamMusic.com.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia Missing. Mike Wagner Show is also brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Visit Illuminatical.com today at Facebook.com/Illuminatical. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David. Now on Amazon, go to keyword Serena Wagner, David Sweet Psalmist on Amazon. Make sure you check out today. And also brought to you by Heidi Tam Music. Check out her latest and coming up on August 25th at HeidiTamMusic.com. We're here with an amazing gentleman here who is a viral 16-year-old country sensation. He's also an emerging artist, born and raised in New Hampshire, and now currently living in the Tampa area. He was with there at the time as well. He began his career at 12 singing in front of family in an impromptu family talent show. Later, his dad bought him a Taylor guitar, not a Taylor Swift, so he'll get more into that. And also was playing his church band as well. He moved to Tampa to further his career with shows and a media presence. Also released 8 singles in 2022, numerous followers on social media. We'll be talking about his brand new hit, Think About Me, now playing on all the social platforms. Live, ladies and gentlemen, in Plus Studios in beautiful downtown New Hampshire, the amazing, viral, and emerging 16-year-old country sensation with his hit, Think About Me, the multi-talented Malachi Gagnon. Malachi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too. So you're emerging a viral 16-year-old country sensation, born and raised in New Hampshire. You began your career at 12, singing in front of family in an impromptu family talent show. Later, Dad bought you a Taylor guitar and also playing a church band. And you have you were in Tampa a while back to further your career with shows and some shows, media appearances, and you also released 8 singles in 2022. You had a lot of things going, numerous followers on social media, and you had some songs like, Somearelove, Hauntmydreams, No Thanks to You, and more. And we'll talk about your latest, Think About Me. And before getting all that, Malachi, tell us how you first got started.
Yeah, like you said, I was doing a kind of family talent show thing that it was so thrown together last minute with a family that we've known for my entire life.
Oh, wow.
During the pandemic, we were like, all right, we're going to just, having some fun, trying to take our minds off. And at that time, I had started playing the guitar because I was bored. I was like, what else am I going to do? So I had this plastic, Walmart guitar, and I was just playing it and learning some chords, but I had never sung to that day in front of anybody other than my shower head and soap bottles. But other than that, no one had heard me sung. And so I sang in front of them, and they were really supportive of it. They were
wow,
surprised in a way. I was like, okay, okay, we can, I think if they like it, which they were a little over supportive, but that's fine. Give me the confidence.
It's good to be over supportive, not under supportive, not just supportive, over supportive. I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It helped me be extremely confident in my ability to sing. And so I put a lot of time into getting better, working on it, taking some lessons, and now I've been doing it for 5 years. It's pretty,
wow,
it's pretty
amazing.
Pretty nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. You got off to a head start as well, too. And besides being an impromptu family talent show, what was that other precise moment that simply influenced you into what you do in the rest of your career?
Yeah, I released my first song, "Cravingme," as kind of an experiment, almost not like a full, but just I want to do music, but I had only done covers up until that, and I knew that I didn't want to do just covers. If I did anything, I'd want to be my own artist, write my own music, because I always had a passion for writing. So I wrote a song called "Cravingme," and I put it out there, and the reception was really good, especially for our first song.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of my friends at school played it repeatedly in their pockets. And so I think that's what, tricked the algorithm, into thinking like, okay, people like this kid. So I threw it in front of some more people.
You have to teach me how tricking algorithms. How do you exactly do that? Sometimes I try to trick mine, but then it's just like they throw a trap in there. It's like, how do you trick those algorithms?
It's nuts. I'm still learning. I have no clue what I'm doing on social media. I'm not even going to pretend I know what's going on Instagram. I just kind of guess. I throw stuff at the wall until it sticks. And so my friends just played it. And I'm assuming that's what happened because I didn't think I had a big enough following for that many people to listen to my song. So off the bat, and I was extremely excited about that. And I'm like, okay. And so I released my second song, Psychopath. And I think the second that dropped, I was like, yeah, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I'd always had a passion for music, but at this point, at that exact moment, I was like, all right, we're doing this forever.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds amazing as well too. You're not a psychopath, I can tell you right now, or just get the point as well too. And also your dad bought you a Taylor guitar as well too.
Yeah, he did. It's I forget the specific make of it, but I love Taylor guitars. I have two up in my room right now. The first guitar I got, I still use it. I played it at a show I did in Tampa, which was really cool. And it doesn't just sit on my wall. I make sure of that.
Oh my gosh, that's something. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of kind of country of the time. So not older stuff, but a lot of kind of that older Morgan Wallen stuff that he was doing in the earlier 2010s. Luke Bryan. I liked a lot of Shawn Mendes' stuff, which is where the pop aspects of the pop country come in. And he influenced me a lot. And I listened to some worship music. So a lot of elevation stuff that's really, just being in church helped that. And so I would say mostly country music.
Okay.
A lot of artists from that kind of whatever came on the radio. Love Kane Brown. That was another huge influence on songs like Without You or On My Mind.
Mm-hmm. How about Chris Stapleton and Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah, I love them. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not a Swiftie, but
I'm not either. So join the crowd.
You have to give her respect though. Right. No one does no one's doing what she's doing. She's phenomenal. And Chris Stapleton's probably one of the greatest singers out there right now. And he's just, amazing, incredible voice. I remember listening to, Broken Halos on the radio.
Oh, I love that song. Broken Halos. Song. I don't want to sing it, to be honest with you. I don't want to ruin you right now. So,
yeah, it's a beautiful song. Great singer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and certainly did as well, too. And you're about to make your mark along the lines of Chris Stapleton, Taylor Swift, and a bunch of those with Think About Me and more of your songs with Malachi Gagnon. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. SonicWeb Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author, me and Melson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by me and Melson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by me and Melson Zia has got great reviews in every level endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Jordan Constantine, Forge Riley, and Eminem. So grab your copy today for Goals Missing by me and Melson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Elliptical, the think tank of the future that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world. They've created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product offers a closed loop system that generates more energy internally that needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, more importantly, self-regenerating. Check out the Illuminatical at facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. Also, Mike King David, including 30 exquisite paintings in King David Psalms. The sweet psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote, and time as a shepherd where it all started, and complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner. Amazon, keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Music, including the smash hit Baby Come Back, and appearing August 25th in Los Angeles. Listen for the tales and music.com. Also, take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Follow us on all social media and also on 40 podcast platforms, heard in other countries, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts, Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, Amazon.com/Mia books and more. And also subscribe and support us on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We heard the multi-talented, viral, and emerging 16-year-old country sensation, born and raised in New Hampshire, Malachi Gagnon, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we get to your music, Think About Me, you spent some time in Tampa, and that's where it all started. Tell us about your journey from New Hampshire to Tampa, Florida.
I grew up in New Hampshire, lived there for 10 years of my life. It's my favorite place on earth. I love it. It's home. But I did move to Florida when I was 12, I think, right after I started doing music. Moved there, maybe a little before, I forget. And I love Tampa. I love the Tampa area. It's an amazing area. A lot of good opportunities. I met my producer, Spencer Bradham, there, and him and his best friend are my videographers, Drake Sweet. They've done literally everything except for 2 songs, which I wrote in Nashville, with David Ray Stevens. Yeah.
So you were in Nashville a little bit? You were in Nashville for a little bit? Okay.
I just visited. I did some songs with David Ray Stevens, who wrote with Jelly Roll. He wrote Save Me and Son of a Sinner, and Phil Mosley. I mean, just some great guys. But I met Spencer over there, and we've done every song other than those 2 with him, and all the music videos I've done were directed and produced by Spencer. So it's really cool to have found that studio, Clear Track Studios, out there in Clearwater, which is really close to Tampa. It was just a blessing. It was really amazing, and being able to do my first couple of shows out there at the Strawberry Festival for one, which is a huge opportunity. I mean, I remember going and visiting it the year before I played there and being like, I pointed at the tent and I pointed at the stage and I said, "That's where I'm playing."
Oh, nice. You predicted very well.
I couldn't believe it. I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm playing there next year. He goes, "All right, let's see it." So I showed them all. I was like, "Let's do it." No one doubted, but I did in my head be like, I was like, "All right, let's pretend they're doubting me so that I can be like, all right, we did it."
How do you like that? Your first 2 appearances and playing 150, 300, 500. I mean, what a debut right there. And of course, we already did talk about cravingme, Psychopath, and let's talk about some of the artists as well. Somearelove, and also hauntmydreams, Nothankstoyou, and Somearelove, and also Here I Am, along with Without You, She Will, On My Mind. And tell us more about those songs and what inspired you to write them.
I've always had an admiration for country music. Like I mentioned earlier, it's always been this huge part of my life. Growing up, that's all I listened to, really. And I also had a huge love for the pop feel. But what I really loved about country music was its writing style and how real it was, which you don't often get in pop music. And so I did what a lot of people did. I merged the 2. And I made cravingme. It was a little more pop than country, and I recognize that. But I still respect it. It's such a great song, especially for a first song, I think. And then it was a kind of a jump from that to kind of a darker song, Psychopath, which surprised a couple people when I wrote it. But it's still about the same relationships and stuff. And I think all of my songs are about relationships. Yeah. they're all about relationships. I have a couple love songs, so it's not all breakups.
Okay, so it's all relationship and love as well. And are there other themes that you write about besides relationships and love?
Yeah, I have not my next song. Sorry, I have in September a song releasing. It's called "Reason to Live." It's about my friend Ethan, who passed away almost 3 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
He took his own
sorry.
life. Thank you. He took his own life, and I've taken the time since that to write a song. I've written probably 15 other songs that, said what I wanted to say, but almost weren't the right words.
Right.
I felt like I needed to express. And so I waited, and a couple months ago, I sat down in my bed and I just started writing whatever came to mind. And I started writing almost this letter to Ethan of what I wish I could have expressed to him had I known what he was going through, if I knew what the hurt he was feeling. And so I decided to put that song, that an extremely vulnerable song, that I wrote onto Instagram and TikTok, and the reception of it was incredible. I mean, people were saying like this helped them find closure, or the words that I had written saved them. And I'm crying in school reading these, because like it's such a crazy feeling to think like this song that I wrote for my friend about his hurt, and for myself for my hurt, reached so many people and helped them with their hurt. And it was just a beautiful thing to witness, and it was extremely rewarding. And so I think I've recently kind of pulled towards a more singer-songwriter-y feel, and still keep up, of course, the roots that I have. But I feel like I feel so comfortable right now being able to write like that. And I've received quite a few messages from people saying like, it's great that I'm writing like this, because not many people do, or they don't feel comfortable to do it. But I think it's just really a blessing to see the reception of that.
And I think you really stepped up the game right there too, because it is very difficult to write a song about someone taking their life. That's been a big thing going on as well too, and it's really, really hard to do without really stepping toes. And we truly admire about that. And of course, we'll talk about your song "Think About Me" in just 1 minute. You're listening to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Brought to you by official sponsor Mike Wagner Show, international roaring author me and Molson Zia. Also brought to you by Ulam Mythical, a human think tank, and also the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner, and How You Time Music featuring Baby Come Back on howyoutimemusic.com. We'll be back with multi-talented Malachi Gagnon after this time.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by me and Molson Zia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, someone he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing. This is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by me and Molson Zia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, neither paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by me and Molson Zia.
There's nothing like summer smooth jazz and R&B night at the View Music Bar. Join us Sunday, August 25th at 7:30 for a night filled with smooth jazz stars like Billboard charting artist Niels. award-winning songwriter and musician Michael Garvin, UK's top-charting soulful artist Joe Levy, our very own SoCal's hitmaker, trumpeter CTK, and smooth jazz award-winning international charting vocalist Heidi Tan.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
Don't miss this unforgettable evening at the View Music Bar and Lounge. Sponsored by Skin Protocol Med Spa, Fast Fix Jewelry and Watch Repairs, East Coast Artists Agency, Jazz Club Radio, Worldwide Jazz Radio, So Jazzy Radio, and 96.9 The Oasis. Tickets available on the Venmo app and Eventbrite. Sunday, August 25th for a smooth summer jazz and R&B night.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/Illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Hey, this is Ray Powers, and boy, are you in luck. Right place, right time. Tuned in to The Mike Wagner Show. You heard me.
We're back in multi-talented Michael Gagnon here on the Mike Wagner Show, the viral and emerging 16-year-old country sensation with his brand new release, Think About Me, and tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Yeah, that song is a product of a lot of space and like time alone almost. I took a little break from studio time after writing and producing in Nashville. Somearelove and No Thanks to You. I did some marketing stuff, but I was really just kind of like spending my time writing by myself and for myself. And this song, it's about feeling this like almost like wonder if it's kind of self-explanatory, but thinking about you when they pass this certain street that you used to be at, or if they're thinking about you the way you're still remembering them, right? And I took a kind of a moment between writing and in Nashville and recording these next few songs, and just wrote. And my favorite one to start with, I think it was a good transition because like I mentioned, I kind of felt the realest I could be is kind of pulling away from the poppier side of stuff and doing a more grounded feel. And so you can kind of hear the transition between songs like Haunt My Dreams and which have more like techno stuff, a little more pop. I'm trying to think of the right, like almost hip hop elements in it. Right. I just did more of a basic. I mean, the basics, live instruments and stuff. And so I felt like I wanted to express the real, like, who Malachi is. And so I read that song and I'm like, yeah, I think this is a good song to start with. And so recording that was kind of a passion project. I got a few family members and friends on there singing different parts of it and singing the woes in the background and stuff. And so it was really cool it was a really cool experience to just tone it down a bit, make it a little more real.
Mm-hmm. And you said you wrote a number of songs that you've did in Nashville and everything else. How many songs have you written so far?
A lot of songs. I don't know how to count
like 50, 75, 100 or something like that?
I would say roughly 200, 250. Not all of them were like fully complete. That's what I have in like a folder in my phone. And then I have some scattered around in notebooks and other folders that I can't find or whatever. I have papers all around my room that have words, and I'm like, oh, I could, I forgot about that one. So I would say, go ahead.
And make sure the dog doesn't eat the paper. That's for sure. Hackers getting into your phone. Just safeguard those things, will you?
Yeah, I have lots of backup measures to the songs that I have. I've heard stories of people, losing their phones and losing everything.
Oh my gosh.
That's a worst nightmare of mine, because of my music. Like, I can lose my text messages. That's not important to me. It's like the music. I like to keep that.
Right, yeah, just have it on paper too. It's just like, I have my things on paper a lot. So there's an example right here. It's like, keep everything on paper. At least hackers don't try and get into notebooks, I'll tell you that. So
they can't. They really can't.
Exactly, you're right. And of course, in the meantime, where can we find your music at, especially Think About Me?
Yeah, it's on anywhere that you stream music. So Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all the basics, and some obscure ones. It's everywhere. It's under Malachi Gagnon. And and then I'm on social media like Instagram and TikTok under Malachi Gagnon Music.
Okay. All right. So check that out. We'll be playing Think About Me at the end of the audio interview here on the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you check that. And of course, a couple of things with Malachi Gagnon here on the Mike Wagner Show, and just a few more things as well about Think About Me. What else can we expect in 2024 and beyond? I
have 3 more songs releasing this year that are fully planned out. Almost fully. They're all finished, and I'm so excited because these are just, I think, my best work. My goal is to progressively get better until I can't, but also to just represent myself really as much as I can. So these next songs certainly do that with Reason to Live. My next song is August 23rd. It's called Stay. That'll be out everywhere. I'm really excited for that one. It's probably my favorite I've written ever, and so I'm really, really, really excited for that one.
And I'm certainly excited. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say it's just those 3 songs right now, and then I'm planning more studio time. I'm really focusing on senior year right now, and that's a priority of mine. I'm living, my teenage years and going into college and getting ready for that, and sort of a important transitioning period.
Mm-hmm. And I think when you get out of school with more music and everything, and just a couple more things, Malachi, who do you consider biggest influence in a career?
My dad is probably my biggest influence. Kind of just his strive to always push through any adversity I admire that extremely. And he's always been there next to me in the studio and supporting me as much as possible. And it really is amazing. And then I'd say music wise, Noah Khan is an artist who's, blowing up right now, but, he's been a really big influence, especially I saw him live in Montreal. Nice. And he's from 30 minutes down the road from me. And it's kind of like a cool, you see this kid from right where you grew up in a small town, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, I want to, like, if he's doing this, I want to do it too. Like, that's really cool to see some, kid from down the road just doing incredible things. And so it's, I'd say he is definitely one of my bigger influences.
And certainly indeed as well, too. And I'm sure everybody's looking forward to seeing on the big stage. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
I'd say surround yourself with people who care about you and love you for who you are and will support you no matter how many times you fall. And just be confident in who you are, really. Just, continue to love yourself.
Right, and that's the most important thing as well, too. Very important. We're really multi-talented Michael Gagnon of Think About Me here on the Mike Wagner Show. Malachi, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music, especially Think About Me?
Yeah, I'm on social media under Malachi Gagnon Music. So Instagram and TikTok are my 2 biggest. I'm most active on Instagram. And my music is anywhere that you listen to it under my name, Malachi Gagnon.
All right. Well, difficulties here. Soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. Wish you all the best. And Malachi, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Close my eyes and I dream of you. On my pillow, your sweet perfume. The fragrance me longing for what I thought would be. You're good at leaving, but better at sticking around. Still in my head, but you're nowhere to be found. Said I was your all, now I'm not what you need. But I bet you're thinking about me. Do you think about me? I was sure that you were the one. Can't believe that you're gone. Now you're out of sight, yet still in my mind. I wasn't ready for you saying goodbye. You're good at leaving, but better at sticking around. Still in my head, but you're nowhere to be found. Said I was your all, now I'm not what you need. I bet you're thinking about me. Do you think about me? Do you think about me when you're all alone and you see your phone starts ringing, but it's not my name? When you drive downtown and you pass my street, avoid the place we used to meet. When you hear our song playing on the radio of your car, do you think about me? 'Cause I think about you. Yeah, you're good at leaving, but better at sticking around. Still in my head, but you're nowhere to be found. Said I was your all, now I'm not what you need. I bet you're thinking about me. Do you think about me? Used to think about me.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, I'm Burl Bear, legendary American author, and I'm here to tell you about Missing, the new mystery suspense novel by Mian Mosensia. It's really a good book. Very surprising. Never metaphor I didn't like, especially in this book. Here you have a main character whose life has been filled with despair. His wife died in 9/11. His young daughter died of a rare disease. He's not a happy camper. What does he do for a living? He's a physical fitness trainer. When somebody hardly knows, somebody he's never met, he only has encountered them on an internet chat line, goes missing, this is his journey. He's going to go rescue them. This is his search for redemption, his search for his own personal promised land. He couldn't do anything about the death of his wife, the death of his child, but maybe he could rescue this woman he's never met. That is, if she exists. Missing by Mian Mosensia, international in scope, vastly entertaining, full of surprises. I suggest you get it, neither paperback or an electronic edition for your Kindle. Missing by Mian Mosensia.
There's nothing like summer smooth jazz and R&B night at the View Music Bar. Join us Sunday, August 25th at 7:30 for a night filled with smooth jazz stars like Billboard charting artist Niels, award-winning songwriter and musician Michael Garvin, UK's top-charting soulful artist Joe Levy, our very own SoCal's hitmaker, trumpeter CTK, and smooth jazz award-winning international charting vocalist Heidi Tan.
Spending all my nights, all my money going out of the town.
Don't miss this unforgettable evening at the View Music Bar and Lounge. Sponsored by Skin Protocol Med Spa, Fast Fix Jewelry and Watch Repairs, East Coast Artist Agency, Jazz Club Radio, Worldwide Jazz Radio, So Jazzy Radio, and 96.9 The Oasis. Tickets available on the Venmo app and Eventbrite. Sunday, August 25th for a smooth summer jazz and R&B night.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Illuminatical, the think tank of the future. Illuminatical, a human think tank that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world, has created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product operates on a closed-loop system that generates more energy internally than it needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, and more importantly, self-regenerating. For more information, visit facebook.com/illuminatical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book through the Psalms he wrote. His time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases Him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.